Secondary Social Studies teachers, Tony Martindale from IU13, here to show you some great digital tools that can help support remote learning. I had a really hard time narrowing down which tools would be best for social studies because there are so many out there. So I wanted to start off with this slide featuring some of my favorite tools to support remote learning in social studies. If you are a middle school teacher, I really recommend that you check out the BrainPOP tutorial, because BrainPOP is really one of those tools that is one-stop shopping. It has videos, quizzes, interactive, and even primary sources for your kids to dig into. Discovery Ed, PBS Learning Media, and NewsELA or NewsELA are also great resources to find articles and images and just text that you can share with your students. One of my personal favorites is also the Stanford History Education Group. They have primary source-based lessons that help support kids in thinking like a historian. And of course, the Library of Congress always has a ton of primary resources, especially if you're a U.S. history teacher. But I want to spend the bulk of our time today talking about ActivelyLearn, which is one of my favorite resources. And it's just a great tool to get kids interacting with text in a remote environment. So I'm going to go ahead and visit ActivelyLearn.com, where you can sign up for your free account. So if you don't already have an account, you're going to click on this blue Create a Free Educator account. If you do have an account, you can sign in with Google. So this is going to take you to the ActivelyLearn landing page. The first thing I want to do is just quickly point out that you do need to set up classes for your students. So over here on the left-hand side, it allows you to create classes by clicking on this Add New Class button. You would then give your class a name, select the grade level, and it's going to generate a code for you. You can then share that class code via Schoology, Google Classroom, Seesaw, Google Hangouts, whatever management system you're using to communicate with your students. Once your students are in your class, you can then begin assigning content to them. So I want to highlight up here that this is your search bar. So this allows you to search by content area. So I'm going to type in, let's just say Civil War. So doing that gives me then all of the topics, texts, and videos that are available related to that particular topic. You can also browse by standard, grade level, and Lexile level. So I'm going to come over here to the All Standards feature, and I'm going to drill down. You can see that they have many other subject areas here, but for this demo, I'm going to scroll down to U.S. History. And now it gives me a list of all of the topics within U.S. History. So let's go ahead and check the Great Depression and World War II, and I'm going to hit done. It's still looking for Civil War and World War II, so I'm going to close that out and let's redo our search. There we go. That's much better. So I'm going to choose a piece of text, and I'm going to show you what makes ActivelyLearn a really cool tool. So I'm going to select this article here, and what you'll notice is that it gives you ideas for teaching this text. It gives you some discussion topics and then some ways to have kids creatively respond to the text. Each ActivelyLearn article or video or text set also comes along with pre-generated questions, as well as additional notes and resources to help supplement the text. So you could see here that the New Deal is highlighted, and then over here in the margin there is a map that shows the New Deal projects that were started all over the country. There are also questions that are embedded, so I'm going to keep scrolling down in the text to see if I can find a question here. Here we go. So there is a question that's embedded. So when your students are assigned this, there are stopping points, and then they address the questions that relate to the text. What's also really nice is that it's they have it leveled, so they have the depth of knowledge identified and the standard identified in each question. You are able to customize any ActivelyLearn text. So over here in the right-hand corner, there's a Customize button. If you click on that, this now gives you the opportunity to add your own text and resources. All you need to do is highlight the piece of text that you want to add content to, and it's going to give you the option to add your own question, your own note. You can link to outside content, or you can even white out a chunk of the text if you don't want to have students to have access to it. When you're ready, you hit Assign, and you're good to go. One final feature in our video today is your ability to import your own documents by clicking on My Imports. You can now import your own PDFs, content from Google Doc. You can create your own quiz, import videos, or import an article from the internet. So thanks so much for listening.